It feels like we've been waiting a million years for Grand Theft Auto 6's release, but now we're going to have to wait even longer as it's been delayed yet again. We are seeing their stock absolutely crater because of this announcement. We are hearing about all of the companies that are going to be affected by this, and really it looks like chaos for Rockstar. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, this is a game that has an unbelievable amount of hype behind it, but the amount of discontent that is now growing is also becoming extremely severe. I do think that we are going to get to a point where people stop being excited because they don't actually think it's going to release. And while they are saying, oh, it is going to release in November 2026, there are still people who think it's not going to, that they're going to push it into 2027, and basically that they just continue to announce all of these delays because, first of all, they need much more time to work on the game because, I mean, hey, listen, over a year worth of delays isn't just clearly for polishing purposes, though it's also to severely hurt the competition. Right now, they have a prime time holiday 2026 slot, and that means that every single company is either going to have to move their dates into either 2027 or maybe push them up by a few weeks and actually have to release them in, let's say, September or October 2026, or they are going to have to completely hold their ground, which we know the companies are going to do that are ones that feel like they are almost untouchable, but even the Microsofts right now should be panicking, let's be honest. There are very few games that are actually going to be able to stand against Grand Theft Auto 6, and while a lot of people initially thought, oh, they were playing this game of not announcing the release date and then delaying it because they wanted this to directly go against Elder Scrolls 6, I think that they don't care about Elder Scrolls 6 at this point. I've speculated for a long time that this year at the Game Awards we're going to see Elder Scrolls 6 finally. But even if we do, I don't think that it's going to release in November of 2026, right? I don't think that we're going to see it for at least another 2 years. And now that we're hearing about this delay, there's companies that are panicking, there's gamers that are furious. I mean, the gaming industry right now is completely shaken. So they had said this. Hi everyone, Grand Theft Auto 6 will now release Thursday, November 19th, 2026. We are sorry for adding additional time to what we realize has been a long wait, but these extra months will allow us to finish the game with the level of polish you have come to expect and deserve. We want to thank you again for your patience and support. While the wait is a little longer, we are incredibly excited for players to experience the sprawling state of Lanida and a return to modern day Vice City. Sincerely, Rockstar Games. And while, yes, I do understand that it's better to delay a game than release it in a buggy and broken state, we're talking about 13 years here. I mean, how much polish can you really do in a couple of more months? It just seems like they probably have to maybe re-record some things, maybe they have to change some gameplay elements, maybe they ended up, let's say last year, biting off more than they could chew, maybe adding new systems that now they need to finish up. Like, I just don't buy the whole entire polish excuse at this point, though it doesn't seem like a lot of people are buying it, given there are tons of gamers saying, I'm not surprised, I'm not shocked, and we're seeing, yeah, just a general level of chaos surrounding this game now. Their stock has taken a big hit after this announcement, following the delay of GTA 6 to November 2026. Take-Two Interactive stock on the NASDAQ stock exchange took a nosedive during after-hours trading, resulting in a loss of nearly 10% for the company. While Take-Two's stock began climbing back up slightly, the hit happened within minutes of the delay announcement on social media by Rockstar Games, and this is clearly going to be the biggest video game launch ever. We have heard that they have put about $1.5 billion into this. They are expecting that just in pre-order numbers. This is going to be an absolute behemoth. This game, in my opinion, is too big to fail at this point, but if they fuck up GTA 6, if this isn't perfect, if this isn't what people are expecting, if they tone down the humor, if it is buggy and broken, the next GTA game that they release will not sell, and that's the problem that they face. They know that the level of hype is too high right now, but they also know how much is riding on the success of this and how much their company image could be damaged if they mess this up. It says, of course, that the stocks were down nearly 10% following the GTA 6 delay, which I think we all kind of expected. Whenever a game of this magnitude is delayed, people start freaking out, people are upset. Now, if you've really followed the GTA 6 saga, this probably won't come as a surprise to you, but, you know, people like stockholders, they don't understand. Except for, what's my return going to be? How much money is going to be made on this? The Take-Two CEO had also issued a statement saying, when we set a date, we really do believe in it. We said when we set the last date, if a game requires more polish to be the best version of itself, then we will give the game more time. And that's exactly what happened. We feel really good about this release date. It's in the same fiscal year. It happens to be a great release window, and naturally, we're really supportive of their approach. What we want to do is give consumers as much certainty as possible, and again, we feel quite good about this date. But of course, we know that this is an extremely competitive market, and that companies will try to undermine each other whenever they can, and boy, oh boy, is it looking bad for some of these major companies. Nintendo, Sony, but it seems who could be most affected by this is, yes, Microsoft, because they have a lot of games that are supposed to release in 2026, but they don't have release dates right now or even release windows for 2026, and that almost always means that it's going to be in the second half of the year, and they probably expected most of these to be holiday launches, and even though most of these games are going to come out and see some level of success, even if you combined all of the hype behind them and pitted them against GTA 6, you are not even talking about 10% of the hype that is behind 6. It says, though, that adding GTA 6 to the mix could cause problems, as no developer will want to go head-to-head with one of the biggest gaming releases of all time, as it would almost certainly impact sales. These issues are not exclusive to Microsoft, however, as PlayStation, Nintendo, and developers across the world will be tussling with the new calendar. So we could see some absolutely major issues for games like Call of Duty, like Fable, Pokemon, Marvel's Wolverine. We are talking about probably another second half of the year being relatively empty because every company is going to push their games release windows as far as possible away from GTA 6, and this has left a lot of gamers extremely upset, and rightfully so. When you are promised something, when you are hyped for something, and then a big announcement like this is made, you're bound to feel a little bit disappointed. Rockstar made a post on their X account. It has 122 million views, 500,000 likes, 65,000 comments, and of course, most people are saying this is retarded, this sucks, I hate this, we've waited for way too long, we're getting Jesus before GTA 6, aren't we? Which is just so funny. GTA 6 doesn't really exist, I just can't prove it. Like, at this point, how is it you've been working on it for this long? And of course, out of the 13 years we've been waiting, it hasn't been in active development that entire time, but it's been quite a few years at this point. Ah, shit, here we go again. NYC is gonna turn into GTA 6 before the game is even out. GTA 6 developers in the last 12 years, which is just so funny. So we're getting PC on launch, right? There are some people speculating that basically there are issues on certain consoles, and what they want to do is they want to launch them all at the same time, which is why they're delaying it. At this point, anything could go. It could be any number of reasons, and it wouldn't shock me. But at the same time, we are seeing a massive level of discontent at this point. Gaming channels are now dead for longer. Found some. Fans are going to be old and wrinkly by then. One more delay, and we get the actual intended release date for next gen consoles, which is also another point people are making. I personally don't believe that they're trying to wait for it to come out on like a next gen console. We don't even have any solid release dates for those yet, but again, anything could be the case. I knew we were going to get a GTA 6 delay before we actually got GTA 6. I miss this era, when GTA games were actually releasing. I can't do this anymore. I mean, I can and I will, but obviously I can't fucking do this anymore. So I am sure we are going to see a lot of talk about GTA 6 over the next couple of weeks and how disappointed people are going to be with the delay. And I'm sure that they're probably panicking internally, given we've also heard that they are going through some major layoffs within the studio itself because they are being accused of union busting right now, which is absolutely wild. So I will be keeping my eye on this situation. We'll see what happens, but as of right now, GTA 6 has been delayed until November 19th, 2026, and boy, is the internet ticked off. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.